Ada, not wanting my child's father's family at the hospital when I give birth. So basically I do not know my baby dad's family. I have not met them at all. The only communication or contact I've ever had with them are over the phone. They live in a different state than I do, and between work and appointments, we never actually had time to meet. Well, my baby's father was on the phone with his sister and she said, when I go into labor she's coming up to the hospital along with his side of the family and is going to be in the room with me when I give birth. She never asked me or anything, just stated they were going to be there. Now I personally don't want a whole bunch of people to be at the hospital and around my child when he's first born, let alone in the room when I'm actually delivering. I just want my baby's father in the room and my mother there for support. Other than that, I don't want anyone else there, including my family. My child's father said it's unfair because I'm trying to hold our child away from his side of the family and they're excited too. I just want my mom and my child's father there when I'm delivering and then the first few weeks to myself so I can adjust to being a new parent. Breastfeeding, bonding, recovering, etc. I feel like those first few weeks to a month are very critical after having a child, and I don't want to be bombarded or overwhelmed by a lot of visitors. And plus I'm having my child in the middle of RSV season and do not want to risk my newborn's health or my recovery just because people want to see him. I completely understand that everyone will be excited and want to meet my son, and I don't want to withhold that from them, but I just feel like it would be best to wait and not parade my child around to a whole bunch of people, especially those that I have not met. I know I'm not a jerk for wanting to wait before everyone meets him, but I just feel like people will be upset/offended and I don't want that to happen. I feel as if they might undermine my decision and show up anyway, and that would cause turmoil. I mean, they will definitely be able to meet him eventually, but until then, what are some respectful ways I can let everyone know that I do not want visitors at the hospital and I want the first few weeks to myself so that I am not overwhelmed and neither is my son? When I say the first few weeks to myself, I mean just my child's father and I with our baby. Edit. Some people have asked how long I have until I give birth, and it's literally only 11 weeks left until I welcome my son into this world. Edit 2. Before anyone comments and says this is his child too, yes, I agree with you 100% and he will be there and have access to his child. I am not keeping the baby away from him. I am wanting to keep my child and myself away from everyone else, on both sides of the family until I recover and get adjusted to being a new parent. I probably should have included this originally, but I have a condition where I will have to be put on medication and fluids as I'm giving birth to be sure that I do not hemorrhage and I do not pass an infection onto my baby while he's being born. I'm also at a much higher risk for postpartum complications once the baby is here. I will be in pain, anxious, tired, stressed out, and overwhelmed after my son is born. So I just want to prioritize recovery and healing as well as my newborn's health during this time. Edit 3. So since I've uploaded and read a lot of your comments, I have spoken to my family and they completely understand where I'm coming from and stated they are not going to push or overstep my boundaries. They know the risks and want me to focus on healing and bonding with my baby. They also said that they are here for me if I need anything, and they would be more than happy to come over and help clean, do dishes, watch the baby while I shower or need to rest, and that they will be here for my BF and I through this time if they are needed and will wait until I give the okay for visitors. Now the only issue is my BF family. I have spoken with them and they are still adamant on showing up. Edit 4. Goodness gracious, I didn't think I would have to clarify this so many times. SMH. His sister said SHE was going to be in the delivery room with me and said she's bringing his family with her so they can visit the baby once he is born. I never said the whole family is trying to come into the delivery room with me. I am aware some hospitals only allow 2 to 3 people max in the delivery room for support. I said I don't want any visitors, including my family.